everyone. How are you today? Welcome to the National Museum of African American History and Culture's Joyful Fridays program. My name is Ariel, and I am going to be learning and creating with you today, along with my teammate, Tammy.
Hi, friends. I'm so thrilled to have you all here with us today for our ABC Joyful Fridays as we explore B is for brave.
We are so excited to have so many people joining us today. I see that we have a second grade class with us today. Thank you so much for being here. During our program, we are going to read a page from our Joyful ABCs book. That's it right there. We're going to look at museum objects together, and we're going to create some art. Every first and third Friday this fall, we will explore one of the many things that make you, you, and all of the things that you can do.
It looks like everyone is ready. If you can give me 2 thumbs up if you're ready. I'm ready. Ariel, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go.
All right. People like you all out there and people like me can have so many different ways to be. Today, we are learning about one of those ways we can feel and be, and it starts with the letter B.
First, let's trace that letter B. Can you get your tracing finger out? We're going to start at the very top of that B. We're going to work our way down, make one straight line down. We're going to pick that finger back up, start at the top again, make 2 loops, one here, and then one on the bottom. Now we're done. So what letters do you know, or what words do you know that start with the letter B? There are lots of words. I know 2 words, and that is B for bear and B for butterfly. What words do you know, Ariel?
I like that your 2 words that started with B are things that we can find in nature. And I think that those things are really beautiful. And another couple words I know that start with the letter B are bowling ball and big. Those are a couple words that I know. Let's see what some of our friends are already sharing with us in the chat. We have B is for better and bet and begin.
Oh, I see B is for beauty, B is for ball, B is for yummy broccoli, and B is for brown.
Ooh, we have blue and B and book. We have box and bark and bone. I see budgie and whoa, there's so many coming. Hold on one second. Oh, okay. Budgie and black and baker. What else do we have out there?
I see a bowl, maybe a bowl you could eat out of. Black and blue, brave. B and another blue. Maybe if someone's thinking about basketball or baseball or butter or bathing suit. And I see another one for book, another word. And a few more coming in.
I see 2 people have put in the word bat, which could be bat like an animal, right? Or bat like a baseball bat, or you know what, another one, bat as in like batting your eyes.
Ooh,
like,
I didn't think about that.
And blinking is also one. All right, well, I'm going to say a few more there coming in. We have banana and bakery and bumblebee and bow and batteries, bubble, bus, bug, bathtub, ball, and another bat. Those are a lot of words that start with B. Oh my goodness. I'm going to say a few more because they just came. Blackberry, backpack, and butter. Keep your brains thinking. But the word we are going to learn more about today is brave. B is for brave. Let's read a page from our book together to find out more about our special word today. All right, B is for brave. When you're somewhere new or you're meeting a new friend, a new kid, you might feel scared or unsure. Believe in yourself. Face your challenges head on. Today, I want to talk to you about being brave when you're going somewhere new. This year, I know a lot of friends may be doing something new or something that they haven't done in a really long time, like going to school or going to some of your favorite places, or maybe you're seeing friends and family that you haven't really seen for a while. This past year and a half, things have been really different than what we've experienced before, and things that we used to do and places that we used to go all the time, we weren't really able to for a while because it wasn't the safest choice. And now we're slowly starting to get to do those things again, and that can be really exciting. But it also means that we might need to be really brave about it too. Are you feeling excited about something new you're getting to do or people you're getting to see? Think about, what are you excited about? I know you may be excited about some of those things, some of those places, but you also might not be, and that's okay. You might be a little bit excited and a little bit worried, or a little bit afraid or unsure, and that's okay too, to have all those feelings combined. When we're feeling unsure or feeling scared about something like going somewhere or seeing certain people, it takes bravery to still do those things, even though that's how you're feeling. But being brave isn't always easy. I'm sure you know that. And it could take a lot of practice. So when you're brave, that means that we are maybe holding on to those worried feelings and we still try. When you're brave, you're trying again when you make a mistake or when things didn't go the way you wanted them to. You're being brave when you take things slow and respect your own emotions and how you're feeling. When we're brave, it means we're doing something that might be hard or might be a bit scary for us, but we still do it. What makes you feel maybe unsure may not be the same for someone else, and that's okay. Everyone is brave in different ways and in different amounts and at different times, but we're all brave in some way. One way that we can help ourselves be brave is when we're going somewhere new or somewhere we haven't been in a while since things were shut down, is to practice and imagine what that place would be like before we actually go in real life. So that pretending to go to a new place can help your brain and your body to feel a lot more calm and brave when you do it in real life. So that's what we're going to do today. And to do that, I'm going to tell you a history story about a time when African Americans were brave about going to a new place. Are you ready to see where we're going today? All right. There is a time in our history called the Great Migration. And it was a time where thousands of African Americans who lived in the southern United States moved, or another word for moved is migrated, to the northern United States. And a lot of people's families had been living in the South for a long, long time. So the states in the North would be really new to them. And it took them a lot of bravery to leave the places and people that they had been around for so long, for their whole lives, but they needed to go. Some people were moving for new jobs. Some people were maybe migrating to be safer. People moved for all kinds of reasons. A painter named Jacob Lawrence made paintings to show what that journey was like, and that's what we're going to be looking at today. In this painting, the travelers are choosing between going to Chicago, New York, and St. Louis. And I want you to imagine what place you'll be going during our imaginary trip today. It doesn't have to be one of these places. It could be maybe a place that you haven't been before. It could be a place you haven't been in a really long time. It could be an imaginary place. So what place can you think of to go on our imaginary trip? Do you have that place in your mind? Today, I know where I'm going. I'm imagining I'm going to a theater to see a play because I haven't been to a theater in a really long time. Tammy, where do you think you're going to go today?
I'm imagining that I'm going back to school. I have some new students that are waiting for me. to start the new school year. So I'm going to imagine that I'm going to go back to school, back to my classroom.
All right. And where is that going to be? A far trip, a short trip?
It's going to be a pretty short trip.
Okay. Yeah, I think mine's going to be a pretty quick trip too. Okay. So let's get ready to go. Someone already told us where they're going to go. One person's going to go to Turkey and a few people are going to be going to Florida. I'm going to be going to Florida soon too. I wonder if I'll see my friends along the way. Well, before we go anywhere, when people had to move during the Great Migration, they had to pack what they would need in that new place. Do you see all of those different bags and suitcases they're bringing? Maybe their bags are filled with clothes or food. Maybe they brought special things with them, like pictures of people they love or something special to remind them of the old place that they're leaving. What are you going to need to bring wherever you're going? Can you pretend to grab a bag? I'm going to pretend with my backpack today and think about what you need. Do you need any extra clothes? Do you need any food? You can pretend to put it in your bag. I know that I'm going to need a sweater. So I have my sweater because it can get really cold in the theater. I remember that even though I haven't been there in a really long time. And I'm also going to bring some water, and just in case I get a little bit thirsty during the play while I'm watching the play. Tammy, what would you be bringing on your trip to school?
Well, it's going to be a quick trip, but I love to listen to music when I'm traveling. So I'm going to bring something I can listen to music with. I'm going to bring my backpack, of course, and a picture of my family, because this always makes me feel good when I'm doing something new, is to take my family along with me.
Yeah, that always can help that can help some people feel a lot more brave. Some friends are going to Delaware and another friend is going to Florida. Someone's going to Mongolia. So I bet people are bringing all kinds of things. Some people are even bringing shoes and snacks and things for maybe their new house, or a jacket is a good idea too. Now that we have our things, we have to get off to the train station. People traveled in all kinds of ways when they were going on the Great Migration, but a lot of people did take the train. So that's what we're going to pretend to do too. So we're walking to the train station. And when you get there, you're going to see that there's a lot of people traveling to go to a new place. But you'll try and find a spot. Can you see if there's a good spot for you to stand or sit while you wait for the train to come? Looks like it's pretty crowded. I see one friend that's sitting on a suitcase, so I might need to go and do something like that and sit over on the suitcase too. Now the train is gonna be coming. So I know that the way you can always tell when a train is coming is because it makes a really loud sound. Can you make that sound on your side of the screen? What would it sound like if the train was pulling up? Let's hear it. Awesome. Now, when the train stops, the conductor opens up the doors and says, "All aboard," and everyone starts to get on. So we're going to get on the train with our traveling friends in the Great Migration. Look how many people are traveling with us today, getting on the train. Let's see if we can do a little bit of close looking at this painting. How many people do we see that are wearing yellow? We'll say that. How many people do we see that are wearing yellow? I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. There are 7 people wearing yellow today. Can you spot someone who brought some food on their trip? I see them. They're over here. Looks like they brought some good fruits and vegetables for their journey. Now, when you get inside, you're going to have to find a seat, and it has to be a comfortable spot because you're going to be traveling just for a little bit. So think about where you will sit. You find your seat and you get in your seat, and you have to put your seatbelt on. Everyone put your seatbelt on. Oh, and I'm going to take my bag off because probably can't really sit with that on there. So I'm going to put it right next to me on my seat. And we're off to our new place. Our destination, my destination today is a theater. Tammy's going to school. But as we're on the train, how are you feeling? We're on our way to that new place. Are you feeling excited? Feeling a little bit nervous? Feeling brave? I hope you are. Maybe a little bit of all those things. I bet during the Great Migration, people felt all kinds of, all kinds of emotions going somewhere new. And that's okay. It's normal to feel all kinds of ways. Now, this family is looking out the window, and I think they may almost be to their destination because they're looking at something out the window. Can you tell what it is? Well, it looks to me like some buildings and maybe some smoke coming out of the buildings. And that tells me that these might be factories. And a lot of people during the Great Migration were moving to go work at factories. So maybe they're looking at a place they might be working one day. If you're looking out your imaginary window right now, what do you see? Tammy, you're on your way to school. What are you seeing out the train window?
I'm seeing some trees. I'm seeing maybe another train that just passed. I also see, oh, I'm starting to see children. I think I'm getting close.
Oh, that's exciting. I think I'm getting close too, but I see that there's a lot of cars out my window and it looks like they're in traffic. I am just speeding by, so I'm just waving and I'm keeping going. All right, let's see. I think we're pulling up at our destination. It's time to get off of our train. You can grab your bag and let's get off. Where did you arrive to? I am right outside the theater. I'm ready to go inside and give them my ticket and go find my seat and watch this play. Tammy, are you there?
I had to take a little walk to my school, but I'm here now and I'm ready to start my day. I can see all the new students waving and they're ready to start their new day.
Yay, I'm so glad we made it to our pretend destination safely. I hope that you'll feel just a little bit more brave and a little bit more prepared, at least, to go on that same trip in real life. I know that besides going to these new places like we did today, you are brave in so many ways every single day. So before we move on to our next activity, can you tell us about that, or someone who's with you about that? If you want to talk to the people with you today, how are you, or what are you going to be brave about today? How are you going to be brave today or tomorrow or this weekend? Remember, being brave can be doing something even though it's hard, or maybe doing something that can make you feel a little worried sometimes. So, how are you brave? When I think about ways that I am brave, for me, one thing that I used to be pretty scared about was the dark. I did not like to be in the dark. But now I try to be very brave when it's nighttime and it's time to go to sleep. I turn the lights off. I do keep a night light so that I can have a little bit of light just in case I need to get up and see where I'm going. But I feel pretty proud of myself every time I'm brave enough to have the lights off in my house when I'm here. Tammy, what about you?
I maybe not being brave today, but I'm going to be taking a plane ride very soon. And I haven't done that in a long time. And I've always been a little bit afraid of flying. So I think I'm working on today, just kind of relaxing, focusing, thinking of the good things about traveling. And that's going to help me to be brave when I do travel.
Yeah, I think that it's always hard to do something that you've not only not done in a while, but that maybe you've always just been a little worried about. So I'm going to be really proud of you when you get on that airplane, Tammy. That's going to be very brave of you. Someone said that they're also brave in the dark. Thank you for sharing that with us. We know that some friends are, let's see what else friends are saying. Some people are brave when they are going to the doctor. I know that that can be sometimes I feel like a little bit of a scary situation, even though we know that the doctors are trying to help us. We've got to be brave to go in there. We know that some friends are being brave with starting school. I wonder if you're starting at a new school or just starting to go to school in person again or going to a new grade. Some people maybe are brave about swimming and jumping into the pool and going underwater and learning how to breathe underwater. Tammy, what else are our friends being brave about today?
I see that friends are maybe being brave when it comes to bugs or spiders. I know that I was afraid of spiders. I'm still not that friendly with them. I just like to push them out the house. But it looks like friends are also being brave in watching scary movies. That's something that I had to be brave about too. And it also looks like friends are they're facing their fears. And I guess when they do feel brave, they try their best. And being kind, I guess, helps someone when they're feeling a little afraid or uncertain, or when they're not feeling so brave.
Wow, I'm proud of all of you out there who are being brave in those are really big ways, even though they're everyday kinds of things. Those can be hard things. So thank you for sharing with us. I'm so happy that I'm joined by such brave friends today. We're going to do something else today that's going to help us be a little bit more brave in going to new places too. It is officially our art time.
Art time.
And Tammy is going to tell us what we need and what we need to do.
So thanks, Ariel. And thank you for that wonderful adventure. That trip reminded me when I was younger and I used to drive in my car for hours visiting family that lived far away that I hadn't seen in a very long time. So today we're going to be making a map of the place that you're traveling to. Remember when we thought about that place you were going to and took that wonderful imaginary trip? Where did you go? So we're going to actually draw that destination. So another way to prepare to go to a new place is to plan or think about what we're going to do when we get there. Some of you are going to Florida. I read that some of you are going to Delaware or Mongolia or Turkey. So let's create a map of that place. Even if you haven't been, we can imagine what it would look like. So there are many ways to make maps. And today we're going to make a map of our destination. You can make a map of how we're going to get there, like the maps you see when you can see the roads and the streets and the roadways and the signs. But the map that we're going to make today is we're going to make a map of an actual place, the place that we're going. I'm going to be making a map of a classroom, and Ariel's going to make a map of her theater. So our maps can be places we've actually been or places we want to go, or it could be a place that we make up in our imagination. These maps will help you prepare for going to this place. And if you're not familiar with making maps, you can probably start with just making a map of the room that you're in. That's a good way to practice. So for this project, we'll need paper, we'll need markers, crayons or pencils, something to draw with. And we can use some 3D materials, that pom-poms, that some paper shapes. Those are optional. And your glue. If you're going to use those 3D materials, you're going to want some, this is probably better glue. This glue, that's optional. But first, most importantly, you're going to need what? Your imagination. Have you ever looked at a map before? Maybe you've seen it on a GPS, or when you get to an amusement park, maybe you had to read a map to find out where a certain ride is. Or a globe is a type of map. It's a map of the world. So when you make a map, you have to pretend that you're way up high like a bird or in a plane looking down at an area. They call it a bird's eye view. You know why? Because that's how birds see everything. They're way up high, they're looking down. And so we're going to use our bird's eye view to make our map. So a globe or a map is like someone was way up high, almost in outer space, that look down on our planet, and then we have a map of the Earth. And we're going to come a little bit closer We're going to come closer to where our destination is, and we're going to draw what we see from up above. So think about what you see when you pretend to look down on your destination. Do you see tables, a sink, a bathroom, a rug? Do you see plants? Do you see trees? Do you see animals? Ariel, what do you see when you look down on your theater?
So I know that when I look down on the theater, I'm going to see I'm going to see the building. I'm going to pretend that I can see through the ceiling. And so I'm seeing the walls of my, of the theater, the outside walls of the theater. And then I know there's a few different rooms inside. So I know that I'm going to have to figure out all the walls and spaces of where to put those too.
Okay, that's our first step. First we're going to draw the space that we see. So if you're drawing a room, you're going to maybe just make a square or a rectangle like Ariel did. My room is a room, it's a classroom, and it's in the shape of a square. So let's draw the walls first. And then the first thing we're going to do is we are going to draw the door. So the door is going to be if you're the entrance place to it could be a gate, it could be a door, depending on where it is. So if it's a room, we're going to draw a door. I'm going to draw my door like this. I have two lines here that are for my door. And so the door is going to help us think, okay, we walk through the door. If you're in your room right now, you're drawing your room, look for your door. Now, let's find out what's next to your door. What's next to my door in my classroom is a bathroom. And the bathroom is a square. So I'm going to draw a square for that space. All right, so now here's my bathroom. Ariel, what's next to your door? I saw you had a little square there.
Yes, I've done a few squares. So basically, right here is going to be the lobby area where you buy the tickets for the play. Right here is going to be that's a theater where you're going to see the play. And over here is like the snack bar where you get snacks for while you see the play. And over here is going to the bath. These are going to be the bathrooms for when you need to go to the bathroom.
Definitely need bathrooms in our spaces.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. So I have my bathroom. I have a cabinet here. I have my circle time rug right here. So I have a big circle. So I'm walking in the door. If I want to go to circle time, I just go straight and go over here and sit down for circle time. So I also have a dramatic play area in the class. I'm going to make a square for that. You can even make your windows. Where are the windows in your place? Oh. And we have our art center here. Now, when we have our spaces ready, we can start making details. We can look at what is around in that space. So I have a table here. See that? Table here. And I'm going to draw some dots all around. And this is for the seats, the chairs that are at the table. So I have my door. I have my bathroom. I have my cabinet space. I have my circle time area. I have my desk. I have the dramatic play. And then I have a little rectangle here with some chairs. I'm going to just draw some more details. Another table here. So if you're making a map of a place, it could be a playground. You can start putting swings on. Where are the swings in your imaginary place? If you're making a park. So now I'm going to start coloring my spaces in.
Tammy, I wanted to show my my theater I started drawing. Mm-hmm. I drew this is the stage. And then these are all the seats where people will sit to watch the play right there. And that's if I'm looking at it this way, it's like this is where you enter right here, and then you go to the okay. And then I need to add the ticket booth. So I'm going to add that really quickly.
So you can now start adding some details. So now you have your spaces. What's in that space? Let's see, I have toys that are going to be in my play area of my classroom. So I can draw toys, or you can write the word play area or art table if you want.
Tammy, how do you think that making these maps is going to help our friends feel a little more brave when they go to the place they're going?
It's going to help them feel confident about how to move around that space. If you've never been to a place before, it's really a good idea to imagine a map. So you can imagine how to move around the space, where to go, if these are bathrooms. So it's not so unfamiliar. You're more prepared to move around this space. And I know it helps me when I've never been to a place before to have a map, so I just know where to go. Even when you're traveling, you know, you can use your map, your GPS, to help you kind of find your way around a new place you've never been before.
Yeah, I think that knowing that where when I get to the theater, knowing that, okay, over here is where I'm going to get my ticket to make sure I can get inside, and over here is where I know I'll be able to get some food. That helps me feel a little less worried and more feeling pretty good that I know it'll be a good time, and I know I'll have the things I need. I think I'm pretty much almost done adding some details with my drawings.
Okay, I have a few more I'm going to put on. And you could actually draw people on your map. You can draw animals on your map. I'm going to draw myself here next to my desk.
This is mine so far, everybody. This is where you get tickets. Those are the lines you get in. Like I said, that's the bathroom, that's the theater, and then this is where the snack bar is right there. In order to add some more details onto mine, Tammy, like you were saying, like about adding people or things like that, I think I'm going to need to start doing some gluing. I know some friends might be doing that today too, or you might do it later, but that's what I'm going to get started on. I brought some pom-pom balls, like little fuzzy pom-pom balls. I think I'm going to glue to pretend to be people in different spots on my map.
I'm going to use mine because here's mine. So far, here's the bathroom. Here's the table. Here's my circle time rug. It has letters on it. It's the alphabet rug. Here's me. Here's the art table. I'm going to use my little circle here, and I'm going to glue it right in the middle of my rug because my rug is nice and soft.
Ooh.
So I can share this map even with my new students that come in that kind of don't know where to go. I can give them this map, and they can use it to walk around the classroom to know where everything is.
That's a good idea.
So when you make a map, it's good to share it with someone too that may have some problem, like may have trouble getting around, or they don't know where things are. You can share, here it is. You can share your map.
I think I'm going to add some last finishing touches with some paper shapes I have today. I have all these ones I cut up. I think I'll just add, maybe I'll add like a red carpet, since it's kind of like going to the movies a little bit, but it's a little different. But, okay.
Draw a few more toys in my toy area. Maybe see some more shapes, because we have like a shape poster. We had a shape poster in the classroom. I'm going to put some shapes around the room. So now I have this map. I feel more prepared to know what to do when I get to my classroom. I hope you can continue making maps of the places that you want to go and the places that you're about to go. Maps help you find your way around and make you feel more prepared when you get there. And you can share your map with those around if they need help getting around or need to feel more confident and more prepared. But thank you for sharing making maps with us today. And we, love to see your maps at some time. Can I see yours one more time, Ariel?
Yeah, I'm going to show mine. So here's my theater map. Oh, a person just fell out of their seat. It's still drying. But this is where I'm going to feel a little bit more prepared now that I've thought about it. I'm going to go in and I'm going to go over here to get a ticket, and I'm going to get my snack, and then I'm going to go in my seat. And I know that once I get my ticket, I'll be able to tell which seat I need to go to. I can't just sit anywhere. And I'm excited. This also makes me, knowing I feel prepared, makes me not only feel a little brave too, but it also makes me feel really excited to go, even though I haven't been in a really long time. So I'm excited.
That's great.
Looking forward to knowing about other people's maps too, because some people are going to such interesting places. I guess, did anyone, nope, we see that. Okay, I just wanted to check one last time if anyone added any new places, but I see that everyone is going to a lot of different places. I hope that when you are finished with your map, when you are finished with your trip, that you tell us about it, that you share it with us. Feel free to send us an email or share your finished map with us on social media by using the hashtag #nmaahc.kids or tagging the National Museum of African American History and Culture.
So thank you for joining us this week, and we hope you enjoyed spending time with us as we learned about the many ways we can be. I hope you continue to be brave and know that you can face challenges even when you're still unsure.
Join us on Friday, October 1st, when we will be creating art inspired by a different Joyful ABC activity book. C is for Creative. I'm really excited for our C is for Creative program to learn more with you about creative performances and costumes. Remember to wear a costume if you can to our October 1st program. We will.
I can't wait to see that. So in the meantime, we hope you find joy and many ways to create, discover, and explore. See you next time with your costumes.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.